Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to talk about our exciting series, History of World Cricket Part 3. If anyone missed Part-2, I will add in the card. Please check friends. If you want more information about world cricket, please subscribe my channel. Let's start the video. 19th century cricket. The game also underwent a fundamental change of organisation with the formation for the first time of county clubs. All the modern county clubs, starting with Sussex in 1839, were founded during the 19th century. No sooner had the first county clubs established themselves than they faced what amounted to player action as William Clarke created the travelling All England 11 in 1846. Though a commercial venture, this team did much to popularise the game in districts which had never previously been visited by high-class cricketers. Other similar teams were created and this vogue lasted for about 30 years, but the counties and MCC prevailed. The growth of cricket in the mid and late 19th century was assisted by the development of the railway network. For the first time, teams from a long distance apart could play one another without a prohibitively time-consuming journey. Spectators could travel longer distances to matches, increasing the size of crowds. Army units around the empire had time on their hands, and encouraged the locals so they could have some entertaining competition. Most of the empire embraced cricket, with the exception of Canada. In 1864, another bowling revolution resulted in the legalization of overarm, and in the same year Wisden Cricketer's Almanac was first published. W.G. Grace began his long and influential career at this time, his feats doing much to increase cricket's popularity. He introduced technical innovations which revolutionized the game, particularly in batting. International cricket begins. The first ever international cricket game was between the US and Canada in 1844. The match was played at the grounds of the St. George's Cricket Club in New York. In 1859, a team of leading English professionals set off to North America on the first ever overseas tour, and, in 1862, the first English team toured Australia. Between May and October 1868, a team of Aboriginal Australians toured England in what was the first Australian cricket team to travel overseas. In 1877, an England touring team in Australia played 2 matches against full Australian sides that are now regarded as the inaugural Test matches. The following year, the Australians toured England for the first time, and the success of this tour ensured a popular demand for similar ventures in future. No tests were played in 1878, but more soon followed, and, at the Oval in 1882, the Australian victory in a tense finish gave rise to the Ashes. South Africa became the third Test nation in 1889. National championships. A significant development in domestic cricket occurred in 1890 when the official county championship was constituted in England. Soon afterwards, in May 1894, the sport's first-class standard was officially defined. This organizational initiative has been repeated in other countries. Australia established the Sheffield Shield in 1892-93. Other national competitions to be established were the Currie Cup in South Africa, the Plunket Shield in New Zealand, and the Ranji Trophy in India. The ICC redefined first-class status in 1947 as a global concept. The period from 1890 to the outbreak of the First World War has become one of nostalgia, ostensibly because the teams played cricket according to the spirit of the game, but more realistically because it was a peacetime period that was shattered by the First World War. The era has been called the Golden Age of cricket, and it featured numerous great names such as Grace, Wilfred Rhodes, C.B. Fry, Ranjit Sanjay and Victor Trumper. Balls per over. During most of the 19th century, standard overs were made up of 4 deliveries. In 1889, 5-ball overs were introduced in first-class cricket, with a move to generally use 6-ball overs in 1900. In the 20th century, 8-ball overs were used at times in a number of countries, primarily Australia, where 8 balls were the standard over length between 1918-19 and 1978-79, South Africa and New Zealand. Since the 1979-80 Australian and New Zealand seasons, 6 balls per over have been used worldwide, and the most recent version of the laws only permits 6-ball overs. Okay, I stop this video. I will continue the series in part 3. Thank you friends. If you like this video, hit the like button and share. Be safe, be happy,